Let's do it.
Good morning. Welcome to Wake Up Real Estate. It's Friday. It's a follow-up and football Friday. Follow-up and football Friday. Hopefully,
How about those Lions?
Yeah, I mean, who knew? Smash the bell. Yep. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. We've got two things we want to cover for Follow-Up Friday. Both of them actually follow-up related. One is a postcard mailer we're going to send to my SOI using the new Thanks.io and iList integration. Okay, that's number one. But we're going to do that second, actually. First, for Follow-Up Friday, a topic that we've been digging into this week, using Facebook ads to have direct conversations, messenger ads. And we talked about it Wednesday morning. If you missed that show, go back and check it out. We also did our workshop Wednesday afternoon, which we did add to the site and even put together a little sort of mini course around this. All as an option to proactively address the issue with text message marketing.
Which might not be as bad as we thought, but
it might not be.
Story.
It might not be, but even if it is or isn't, I am extremely excited and encouraged because the results that we have been able to generate in 48 hours, less than 48 hours, are pretty impressive and exciting. For example, we were talking yesterday about on Facebook how you can launch what's called a sponsored message to the people that are in your messenger inbox. And honestly, I don't know if it's people that messaged within the last 180 days, 365. I got to figure some of it out. But I actually got one of those live, and for $2.32, update, $2.98, I've had 11 message conversations, and 3 of them are already appointments on the calendar. One of them already occurred this morning at 9:30. One's this afternoon and one's tomorrow morning. I also have someone that responded who needs to sell their home. They're getting a divorce. And I have another one that I set up on MLS alerts. They're not ready to talk to one of our financing specialists, but they're at least interested enough to give me their home buying criteria, and I set them up on search alerts. Now, the thing is, you got to have people in your messenger inbox to do a sponsored message, right? But in that mini course, the replay of Wednesday's workshop, etc., we show you and actually several different ideas that you can use with that. One of them is kind of Ryan's Renos process, but just where the call to action is to start a message, right? So you offer a niche property list, new construction homes or downsizer friendly homes or something along those lines. And for them to get the list, instead of clicking over to a landing page or clicking learn more and it's a lead form, they're just clicking send message and you send the list in Messenger, which, by the way, I've got a bunch of those messages that have come in over the last 48 hours as well. Another way is promoting a specific listing in that form or fashion, which I have several of those being tested right now. And I'm getting messages for the one of them. I'm getting people to message for under $5, the other one for $6. But it's actual people, real people that you can see their Facebook profile who are messaging you. It's exciting. I'm excited. So more to come on that. Yesterday's show, we showed you the Facebook Messenger inbox and how you could theoretically, use that as a CRM. And I think what we'll do one day next week, Ryan, maybe for What's Working Wednesday or Tech Tip Thursday, we'll both have so much more data and feedback on some of the other things that you can do. For example, on the Messenger app, I've been tagging people as lead if they reply, and then the ones that I booked appointments with, you can actually say, you can tag them as appointment booked, right? Because they've actually booked an appointment. And that's great for filtering and so forth. And I think also according to the Facebook thing, like that gives you're feeding Facebook data so that they can get more of them for you, right? When you tag
the
people,
algorithm knows
the
algorithm knows where you're putting them.
Yeah, exactly. So
here on the screen, I just moved the guy into in progress. He didn't want to give me his email, but he said to check back in December. So he's like, no, I'm not giving my email yet, but whatever. I check back in December. Whatever.
Yeah. Well, he got the list, right? We gave him that was the guy that was looking for the new construction list. So the bot, the messenger bot, which is just really an auto reply. It's really just an auto reply. Gave him the original or the the current list, right? And he could go back.
We're getting some interesting stuff off the listings, Josh, for Forever Florida. People asking about specific listings and then telling us that they want to buy soon or they want to rent. So it's definitely working for listings as the creative as well.
Yeah, and listen, this is not a new idea. Messenger ads, it's not new, but it's just that I don't know. We've been focused elsewhere, and I'm just excited that in 48 hours we've gotten the amount of conversations and opportunities that we've gotten, and also like we're going to test different things. We'll we may be able to collect more information or data in an automated form or fashion using bots, whatever. There's lots of things like we're just on the very far edge of what we might be able to do with this. And how we might be able to get, I think, I'm confident. I just in my local practice, I should be able to pick up a client or two a week from this if I just actually keep blinders on and keep it going and don't get shiny object syndrome or distracted or whatever. So pretty excited and a lot more to come on that front. Because I don't want to spend too much time.
Yeah, and I got to be out of here at 11:30, so let's go.
Okay, so then we're going to pivot to the something I teased earlier in the week, and then we got distracted with the text messaging regulations and so forth. I want to send out a postcard mailer to my SOI, and we're going to use thanks.io, and we're going to send folks to a seller dashboard with iList. So in the interest of self-promotion, you can get a thanks account at growwithjosh.com/thanks. And you can sign up for a free account and get $10 in sender credits. You're going to want to update to the business account if you're sending out mailers like this or whatever, but you can check it out for free essentially. And then if you want to utilize the seller dashboard that we're using here, you want to go get a free trial. I think you can get a 45-day free trial, which is amazing, with iList at growwithjosh.com/iList. And then you can marry the two together to get some pretty, exciting results. So last week, Ryan sent out a postcard mailer to let's call it more of a geo farm. We strategically built a list of folks that had already responded or engaged to a mailer or on a mailer that was for just sold, just listed and just sold. And then I also built a list of likely sellers, and we sent that out.
That was your Shaw Elementary list, right?
Yes, exactly. So
and
that is.
I thought they were going to hit yesterday, but they're going to hit today. So we don't have the results, but they should hit today. You can see.
But we'll have some results. We should have some results and feedback by Monday or Tuesday of next week. So we'll be able to report back on that. But I want to take the idea and I want to send it to my SOI. So the front of the card, we can literally do the same, I think, Ryan. It's the back of the card, the text portion that I kind of want to acknowledge.
Okay.
The fact that, I want to weave in some other things on it, I guess.
So just for context, this is the front of the card here. Oops. And it merges in the street view and it merges in the address, right?
Yep.
So we're going to keep that similar.
Let's just give it a whirl, right? I mean,
yep.
No reason to spend too much time.
And then what we're going to change is the actual messaging and the mailing list it's going to. So,
and honestly, the only thing I really want to add, I want to add a PS. I'll about some of the clients that I have, or I want to weave in something where, you know, kind of a who do you know type of message there.
All right. So let's
I don't even know
do
what the back of the card. I don't recall what you had originally, what you had set that up to be.
All right, I'm going to call this one IList SOI. Here, I'm pasting in the old one.
And Ryan, for this, let's just go with the regular font.
Okay, the normal print.
The normal print.
By the way, we're AI generating handwriting here in the next few weeks.
Oh, wow.
It's just going to be, you're going to be like, it's going to be cool.
Yeah.
Personality. Okay. How do you want to change this?
So if you'd like to, so PS, we have some clients looking for a ranch home with a little land anywhere in central PA. Who do you know? Who do you know that might get it
have
long?
A property? Well, we can adjust property like this to sell, right?
Yeah. Question mark.
We can shorten it. Right, so I can get rid of, because it says it on the other side.
Yeah.
Do something like that. Shorten the beginning part.
Yep.
I might do a little chopping of the spacing here just to make sure it kind of pulls up. I don't know why it used to adjust. I don't know if this is just our preview being weird or what.
So how many do you mail at a time? I mean, that's the beautiful thing. You can choose whatever. And what we're doing here is I've got a list of what Dean Jackson would call top 150. So my sphere of influence and past clients, and I just cleaned up that list. It's 190 some. The test that we sent out last week was around the same, actually. It was, I don't know, 150 or 200. So we're just kind of testing to see. And then you can always, once you have proof of concept and, confidence with the process, you can always scale it up from that.
So I'm catching a little something with this scripting. Who do you know that might have a property like this to sell? It doesn't tell them. They can't reply to this like they can an email.
Right.
You want me to tell them to text you?
Yeah. You can put like in who do you know the
like this? We do it like that.
Yep, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just add a little bit there.
Yep.
This is fine. It's above the cut line. It's going a little over to disclosure, but I think this is just our preview being a tiny bit off with the cut line.
Yeah.
Visualization. I've seen these delivered. They're fine.
Okay.
I might just let's do that. Yeah, that'll be a little cleaner. Okay. So and then we got to get the iList URL in here.
Right.
I had it before. I built the full course, by the way, at go.thanks.io/iList about how to do this with iList, like step by step.
Yep.
And I think Joe's probably going to link to this from his thing. But there's a little tool in this course that'll build you the link. And I think Joe, there also at iList, is going to give you your link.
Yep.
But this is kind of an important step. Your Hamden Township living, right?
Yes.
So I'm just going to plug that into this tool here. And then I can just copy this because it puts all the merge tags in that we need in order to make QR code personalized. So that when they land on the page, just for context, everybody, they're going to land on a page like this in iList.
Right. Yep.
And they're going to have the ability to adjust their value. They're going to see the 4 different opinions.
And here's the magic, quote unquote, right? The secret sauce, if you will. When they scan that QR code, not only will thanks.io send you a message that says, hey, Josh, so-and-so at this address just scanned the QR code on the postcard you sent them that looks like this. You'll get that. And also, you get an email from iList that says, you have a seller looking at their dashboard at this address. In fact, I have several of them this morning from my my weekly email newsletter that I send out every morning, or I'm sorry, every Friday morning. I have that linked in so that if we have a property address for them in our KV Core, when they click it, they click that button, it goes over to their dashboard. And what Joe built, which is pretty cool, is if they don't have a KV Core property address, when they click over, it takes them to a What's My Home Worth landing page. So pretty cool on both fronts there.
Cool. Yeah. So we have the message built now. We have the image built. Again, that link, that go.thanks.iList shows you how to do all this step by step.
By the way, if you're listening to this after the fact on podcast and you're only getting the audio, I would highly encourage you go to wakeup.realestate or to the YouTube channel so you can watch the video and follow along if you're trying to execute.
Yeah, it'll be a live stream from September 8, 23.
Exactly. Oh wow,
cool.
We're getting funky over there.
It's that's the wife text.
Nice.
She's flying in. She's delayed, but I have to keep it on so I know what's going on.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she's got a special sound. All right, so we need your list now.
Yeah, so it's you got to scroll down a little bit. I think it's top 150.
So it's ready
a little bit more.
Well, I'm looking for something that says 150.
Yeah, I definitely cleaned it up. It should be in there. Is it even lower?
Could be.
There it is. Josh top one. I don't know. Does it say Josh top 150? Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. 192.
192 of them.
192. Yep.
All right. So that's our list. So we know what it is. In order to get the list in here, guys, you just import it, or there's a number of ways you get stuff into Thanks. So we have everything we need now.
Yeah.
So
we got the card and we got the list.
Yeah,
and we got the tech piece of it.
Yeah. So it's pretty straightforward. I'm just going to use our quick send since we have all three of the components that we need. Yep. So I just need to find this Josh Top 150 mailing list. This is the iList postcard. I'm surprised it's not sitting here right up top.
I did not know that. I've never seen this in action.
Yeah.
I've seen it, but I've never seen it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. I know it's kind of buried there.
I've never done it. I've never used the actual quick send that you're doing right this second.
Yeah, I could have hit the send now and walk through the wizard, but that just kind of skips a few.
That. Beautiful.
Yeah. All right.
There we go.
Push send.
Let her rip.
All right. We had somebody say to us yesterday, hey, it's not working because it says hi first name up here. Our preview doesn't show the person's name.
So just so you know, number one, you have about an hour window.
Yeah.
That if you make a mistake, you can cancel and redo it. Number two, once you actually submit the order, you can then preview what it will give you a preview of a merged card. So it won't say hi first name. It'll actually take the first person in the list, and you'll see what that actually looks like. You'll get a real preview version of it.
I've been giving you test cards for so long. I think the credit card you have in there is.
Oh, really?
I think it's old.
There we
go. That's all right. I just gave you some more credits so we can do this.
Well, I can update it after the show too.
Yeah. So let's do that again. Sorry, I'm having a harder time finding it this time. The sphere.
Oh, the list? Yeah, it starts with Josh, if that helps.
Okay, thanks. Yeah. Oh. I logged out of you to do that thing I just did.
Oh.
Sorry, everybody.
Okay.
Just carry on. Carry on. All right, here we go. Josh Top 150. I see it. Message template. Sphere of influence iList. Image template iList. For some, they should be at the top, the more recent ones. There we go.
Beautiful.
There we go. Now we have sent that. So in a week, that'll hit.
Yep, perfect. And we'll have feedback on the initial test early next week, and we should have feedback on this test later next week. Compadre Broker says we have a lot of trust in our market, and they look funky versus client names. Have you found any best practices when you're sending mail and it's not an actual individual that you're sending to? Would you just leave that out?
The only thing I'll say is that we are adding an optional or current resident, which is something that we kind of overlooked. The business has been around like 6 years now, and we didn't realize that the post office will sometimes send the mail back if that resident name doesn't match the resident who lives there. So if it's an outdated person, or it's like you're sending to the trust, so that's being resolved now. It usually applies to when you don't have a list, like your sphere of influence, Josh. That's going to be mostly people who live in the house because they do. Yeah.
Right. So this question is more along the lines, if you send something like we sent last week, where it's a targeted list, or maybe you want to send to absentee owners, right? And and a lot of those are going to be corporate names or LLCs, things of that nature. You could just leave it off of the merge fields, right? Of the merge fields. I mean, it's got to be on the mailing address, right? The sending address, but you could just leave it off. Or, I mean, leave it on. The thing, one of the things that still makes it so, still so effective is, and we kind of glossed over this point, but the front of that card has a street view of the property that we're sending. Right. So my sphere of influence gets that card. They're going to see their home on the front of the card. That is a phenomenal pattern interrupt, and means that you're going to have a much greater likelihood that they'll at least check out what the message is about. Like, why is my property on the front of this postcard? Right.
And did you see our global scan rates the other day? Did I mention that?
I saw, was that in my Facebook feed or something? And then I didn't. I wanted to go back and look more closely, and then I never did.
Yeah. So this is because I had a question from somebody out there in real estate was saying, well, letters are more effective, and they get, it could be that a letter is more effective because you can do more copy. It all depends on the scenario. But in terms of raw scan rate, you can see the postcard number is 5.6%.
That's incredible. So again, if you have, so Ryan, what would you say is normal direct mail response?
1 to 2%. Yeah, 2 is really high. 1%.
Yeah, I would say more like a 0.5 to 1.
Yeah, half for like marketing.
Yeah,
credit card offers.
This is over 5. So you send 100 postcards. On average, more than 5 of them are going to take out their phone and scan the QR code. That is intent. That is interest. And so from a geo-farming perspective, that is, it's incredible, right? And if you're using iList, if you're using iList, when they scan, they're now in your iList dashboard, and you can, right inside the dashboard, you can skip trace to append additional data, email and phone numbers. And now you've got, someone that you can put into your CRM or put into some sort of follow-up, or you can use technology. You can use Zapier, or even built-in. Is this built directly into Thanks, where you can then send another piece of mail when they scan, or is that
not quite yet? But you would need a separate Zap right now, but we're getting there. Yep.
Okay, but you could set up so that when someone scans, you send them a postcard, they scan the postcard. You could have it automatically send a letter, a postcard, a note card, a report. You can send up to a 10-page report automatically. That is, in a world that is increasingly noisy, digital-wise, you can cut through some of that noise in a mailbox that's less cluttered than it was even a year or two ago. I mean, there are days where I get no mail, none.
Yeah,
like that's that is unusual. That's like not normal, but that's because everybody's and we love digital, we love social, etc. But there's still a massive opportunity, and maybe more so now on the direct mail front.
I think especially because the inventory issues should start to work themselves out now as more sellers realize that rates aren't coming down. They're going to have to move. They're not going to wait for rates to come down, and they're going to have to put their properties on the market. Yeah. Or as people start to think that values might come down, I think we're going to have more inventory. What I'm trying to say is you're going to get a better response to an offer to find your home value and sell your house than you were a year or two ago when things were selling in 2 hours.
So there's another comment here, and then I want to bring up one other thing, and then Ryan has to go. So we've been moving the full trust name. You can use, that shouldn't be time consuming. You can use an Excel filtering to make that super, super easy. And if you need help with that, Mike's pretty good with that kind of stuff. Not that he'll do it for you, but he can show you how to do that using some of the Excel.
The thanks team will do it too.
Yeah. The one other thing that I'll mention with the thanks and iList integration right now, the integration shows them their seller dashboard and home values. But Joe is also working on where a slightly different link that will offer them multiple cash offer options, right? So another sort of direct offer that you can use and varying those offers, sending a postcard every month, let's say, but rotating offers and calls to action, I think is something that I'm really excited for as well. Or you use a home value offer and then using what I just mentioned, using a Zap to immediately send them something that offers them cash offer options. Hey, thanks for requesting a free home valuation. If you're thinking about selling, if you go here, you can see multiple cash offer options for your property, something along those lines. Anyway, more to come on all of that. It's been a fun and exciting week, although a short one. What do we got? Michelle is
No, I got a new hot lead. It must be confused because I'm logged into your account, but I'm logged into mine. But it's telling me that it's the seller text when a seller lands on your page that you've got a really hot lead. So that's pretty cool. Beautiful, awesome.
Been a crazy week, even though it was shortened by the holiday on Monday. We've got a lot accomplished. We've got a lot of positive things to be excited about. So I'm excited for next week. I've got a great script for Texting Tuesday. It's one that I kind of had forgotten about over the last couple months, and it works phenomenally to identify the sellers in disguise in your database, and B, to get the known sellers to tell you their intent. Are they downsizing, trading up? Are they relocating? Whatever the case may be. So I'm excited to share that on Tuesday. We'll have follow-ups to the messenger ads and those conversations, as well as the direct mail testing that we've been doing. And I'm sure we'll have lots of other fun stuff as well.
My EXP puts are doing great.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah. Thanks for ending the week on a sour note. Appreciate you. Yeah. Anyway, have a great weekend. If you need anything, our mortgage team is working this weekend. And I'll end by letting you know if you or someone has a mortgage need, you need hard money for a fixer-upper or whatever, you can text or reach out to our team. You can text FIX, F-I-X, to 866-973.
Honestly, you can text anything to that number and it'll work.
Just text anything, and somebody on our team will get back to you, right? Literally, and some of you will probably now text anything to 866-973.
It's got to be clean, but text us a joke if you want.
Yeah, whatever you want. Somebody on our mortgage team will follow up with you, and we'd be happy to help. And if you need anything on the tech side, just go to wakeup.realestate. Use the little chat widget. We'll help you if we can. Make it a great weekend. And
thanks for watching, guys.
Monday, go Eagles. And I know. Yeah.